This is Charleston's retirement coach, Brandon Bowen.
You've been hearing Brandon on the radio here. You've been thinking to yourself, what does he mean when he says a 401k plan is not, in fact, a retirement plan? It's just a savings account. God bless us all. God bless us, everyone. We try, Brandon, though. We're working, we're saving. And that's where I think one of the big trips, at least for me as a saver and investor, was until I started having these conversations with you. Why do they call it a 401k plan? They shouldn't call it that. They should just call it a 401k account. Like, that's where I think a lot of us get confused. We have a retirement plan. No, you got a savings account. That is not a retirement plan.
I know. There's so many intricacies and having to understand this stuff, and what you can read so many things and get turned around and get both sides of, one opinion.
Right. Just open a browser window and type in, describe to me a retirement plan, and you're going to get 85 different responses. And then you could probably take those responses and say, is this a retirement plan in, whatever search engine, Google? And I'll probably give you something opposite. There's no straight answer.
Yeah. And then, okay, should I do an all stock portfolio or ETFs? What about annuities? I mean, like, so many pieces are available. There's tons of tools out there, but which one
works for you?
It's like, if you listening, you've had your profession that you're a pro at. Mm-hmm. And if I were, I don't know, if I got to a certain age and then I had to do what you did, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, how am I supposed to know how to build factories or how to... And
there is there not an element of, especially with the boomer generation, an element of pride as far as managing your own money and what retirement used to be, what it used to be for our grandparents just a generation or two ago. It used to be you retired, you probably only going to live 10 years for the most part. You had a pension, you had Social Security that wasn't facing insolvency, and you had some savings, and you were all good. And it was perfect. Right. And now most of us don't have pensions. Social Security, there's probably going to be changes to it. We have to figure out ourselves how to make our savings work. We are living 20, 30, sometimes 40 years, as many years as we work.
Yes. Yeah.
So again, to your point, how in the heck are we supposed to know how to put it all together?
Now it's all on our shoulders. You working, Yeah, in the 90s, that's when companies started switching from pensions to 401ks because they didn't want that liability, right? They saw people were living longer. They said, hey, let's just match.
This sounds like a you problem, America. Thanks.
Yeah. And so now you got to make these own decisions, and all these people are counting on you, right? Yep. So that's why we do this show.
Well, and that's why you are here doing this work that you do every single day in the office. Brandon, a local independent financial advisory firm. Brandon's got offices right here in Mount Pleasant. He's been helping folks all around Charleston and the Low Country. He is here for you as well. So as you're listening today, if you want to put some time to meet with Brandon on the calendar, you can give us a call. 843-890-2400 is the number to dial. You can call or send a text message to that number, 843-890-2400, or find us anytime at bowenwealth.com. All right, let's unpack some of this, of what we can do, what we need to do, what we should be thinking about, educating ourselves. Because one of the biggest hurdles for people getting close to retirement is not saving enough. It's trusting that we can actually use what we've saved in retirement. So financial author Bonnie Trickle was telling Morningstar, she compares it to the layers of an income cake. This is Bonnie Trickle.
Helping people think about, at least I've got these couple of layers of my cake that create some certainty for me. A little bit of Social Security, a little bit of that annuity component in a retirement plan or otherwise. It does provide some safety and security to be able to feel like, okay, at least I know I'm going to have this much and I'm going to be okay. And it creates that permission to spend. And I think that can really be useful for folks when they start to think about, it's going to be okay to retire. It's going to be okay to spend a little bit.
All right. So she brought up different ways to create income for ourselves. I want to dive into the annuity conversation with you because it continues to be a controversial space and a confusing space for so many people. Let's play a little financial advisor, retirement planner, true or false. Ready? All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Brandon Bowen, true or false? All annuities are created equal.
Oh, false.
Okay. All right. We'll unpack it. You should put all of your savings into an annuity.
False. Oh my God.
All right. I baited you. Have you ever, and listen, you never say never, and there's always a case, but have you personally ever seen a circumstance where somebody should put all of their money into an annuity?
Not where they should, but I've seen where they do. Yes.
And that's what we're going to talk about right now, because again, remains confusion. Annuities are not all created equal. Most people should not have all their money in one. So how do you help folks understand an annuity? It's just a tool. It's just a piece of the puzzle. Mm-hmm. What do we need to know?
Yeah. The first part is very much education, right? I want to explain to people where they fit well if you want to use one. Yeah. Okay. It is truly a tool. If you want, because, so I carve out where they fit well, in my opinion. And if someone were to say, I don't want an annuity, don't say that word again to me, I'll say fine. And I'll make notes about, don't mention that word to him again or her. Right. So in fact, I had someone, they called in from the show. They texted us at 843-890-2400. Mm-hmm. They texted us. And as Tanya was talking through that, one of the questions was, he's not going to throw me into all of my money into an annuity, right?
That's what they asked that was just via a text thread.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Tanya was like, of course not, but the first step is for you guys just to get to know each other and see, what you might need or whatever. But that is what people are thinking. So some people are thinking that.
Well, because there are people out there doing that. There are quote unquote they're not financial advisors that do that. They put people all in an annuity.
Yeah. And the big thing is to keep in mind, yes, that some advisors, they're not licensed to manage money in the stock market. Right. They're only licensed to sling annuities. Okay. In fact, let me tell you, so I've got some clients that we are right now, they're still onboarding onto, here at the firm. They came in, they live up in Somerville. Okay. And he worked for FedEx for 35 years, long time, a driver, had his own route. Well, he came in and he said, he goes, Brandon, I want you to take a look at these two annuities that I have here. We went to a dinner seminar up at Oscar's in Somerville and went and sat there for that seminar. And that guy talked, for an hour about doom and gloom. The markets were going to crash. And he was like, and I was really nervous because I was heading into retirement at that point, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's a scary moment when you've been working all of your career and now you're about to let go of this steady paycheck, your income here. And now what you've saved, that's got to somehow solidify in your mind. That's got to somehow now be there. You've got to somehow have confidence in that thing. And it's been going up and down your whole life, right? With all these swings. And so now somehow that's got to provide steady income for you. So it makes a lot of sense why someone might go to an event like this and go okay, guaranteed income, that sounds really good. And all these things. And so, that guy put all of these clients' money in two annuities.
Into two different ones?
No, the same exact one. Two different ones because he couldn't get all the money at first. And then there was 6 months later, he got the rest of it. It was
this person gave them half their savings. He put it all into one annuity. So an annuity is kind of like it could be the same annuity, but it's two different kind of plans, if you will. Yeah, it's like buying two different shares of Google.
Yes.
Okay, you've got two shares, but it's the same thing. Okay.
He would have put it all in there the first time, but he just couldn't get all his hands on the first, so there's a 6-month waiting period for this other money. But anyway, so highly illegal, in my opinion. You can't put all of someone's money in there, right? You've got to have some liquidity. So you listening, it should be just a slice, like that income cake. If you think of what that illustration she was using there is great because you've got Social Security. If you have a pension, then maybe that can replace the need for an annuity.
You might not need an annuity, right?
Right. Yeah. So we just want to have some steady predictability in retirement. So
this couple, they were all in two different annuities. Mm-hmm. They came to you because they were suspicious?
Yeah. So here, let me tell you why. That's a great question. So she was concerned because she said, if he passes away, there's nothing for me. Okay. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And so I looked at it. Well, that advisor did a single life payout on this one, right? So you can drop a chunk of money into an annuity.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times if there's an income rider, you can decide if you want it to be a single life payout for only the owner, or you can do joint life to pay out for you and your spouse.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Most loving couples want to take care of their spouse. Right. Well, in this situation, it was a single life paycheck. Okay. So she's sitting there going like, well,
if something happens to my husband,
right,
she gets nothing.
I have nothing. Because they see this account balance going down and down and down because, annuities, a lot of times they're not built for growth. Okay. That's the first thing, right? I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons of annuities. Annuities are not built for growth. Okay. They're built for safety and for income, right? So this thing was just going down and down and down. 5 years into this thing, she's like, I see the direction this is going here, and there's going to be nothing for me, right? And so they came into me and they were like, it's not growing. And they said, and we need to find some insurance here for her, because if he passes away, if the husband passes away, they were trying to find some insurance so that she would have at least something, right?
Okay.
So I get it. I understood that concern that they had. And I was like, well, tell you what, let me perform my annuity x-ray on these two annuities that you have. Let's look and see if, is there a better paycheck out there? Is there a better option, or should we just keep with this? So I was so excited to have them come back in for the second meeting, because I knew I'd found a great solution for them. Okay. So here's what I did for them. They initially put in $500,000, in this annuity. Well, I was able to then take what was left of this thing 5 years into it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was able to match the same income amount that they had coming in for a single life payout, but I was able to make it joint.
So you found a different annuity that you could roll over.
Yes.
Their principal left from the original annuity.
Yes.
That would instead then pay a joint income, but it was paying out the same amount of income, even though the amount invested was lower.
A lot less.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a lot less. I was like, okay, so with what's left here, because annuities are so good right now, I can take what's left over and turn on an income for joint life for both of you. And I looked at her, I was like, how does that feel to know that this amount that you guys are used to having is now going to pay out until both of you have passed away? And she was like, really? And I was like, yes. And I had to like restate it a few times. I was like, not only that, I'm able to leave about $50,000 out of this thing, and let's keep it liquid and use Fidelity, right? And try to grow some money. So you guys need some liquidity. Wouldn't it be nice to have a little breathing room, knowing that you've got some extra cash sitting on the sidelines? And they were like, wait, you're able to leave some out of it and you're still able to beat this income, or keep it the same, but make it now joint? And I said, yes, we're able to solve all of that. So you don't need to look for life insurance anymore. We've now got joint life income, all by just, taking a look at what you have and seeing if there's anything better out there.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was tremendous for them. But, it brings me to you listening. You're probably driving around right now. Maybe you're listening to the podcast and you're wondering, okay, well, I've had that uneasy feeling of, okay, where's my income going to come from? What if we get blessed with long life? What if I run out of money? What if I run out of income at some point? What I want you to hear is there are options that we can potentially add to your strategy there, to solve those concerns. And just like her, I mean, she's singing our praises, right? That spouse there. And so, it could be similar with you or your spouse, of whatever that concern might be that's keeping you up at night, of not having enough income. What I want you to hear is like, hey, come into the office and let's just take a look. You might or might not need an annuity or want an annuity, but there's other options out there. Okay.
Yeah.
Things have gotten so good out here in this space here with technology, great products, great tools. And I want to encourage you to come in and let's have an income plan review. Okay. It's an income plan review. I want to help you maximize your income in retirement, because that's the first, second, and third goal and objective in retirement is let's maximize our income, because that's life. We can now spend our money. Okay.
Yep.
So we set aside 5 appointments every week for you radio listeners and podcast listeners. And what I want you to do is pick up your phone right now and call or text my office. The number is 843-890-2400. 843-890-2400. You can text the word income or call the number. Tanya is standing by right now, and she would love to talk to you and get you on the calendar to come in and have just an easy conversation. and we can begin that right now. So 843-890-2400. We have 5 spots available. If you save $500,000 or more, you qualify. I want to sit down and review your income plan this next week.
Thanks for listening to Charleston's Retirement Coach Podcast with Brandon Bowen. To learn more, visit bowenwealth.com and join Brandon for his radio show, Charleston's Retirement Coach, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 94.3 WSC.
Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if J. Brandon Bowen is licensed in your state, please call 843-203-2030. J. Brandon Bowen is an investment advisor representative of Bowen Wealth, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. J. Brandon Bowen is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Bowen Wealth, LLC, insurance licensed in South Carolina. Market Guard is a registered investment advisor with the SEC and provides model portfolios only to Impact Partnership Wealth. Market Guard makes no implied warranties or representations and is not liable for any data presented.